Nothing in life is free, but the MyDigiCell app is. You don't need to be on a data plan to use the app. You can conveniently chat with Ruby or an agent for help. Check your account balance. Activate a Prime bundle or gift it to a friend. Send credit. Check the Georgetown and Burpees Bridge schedules. Activate a roaming plan. Play Shake to Win for cool prizes. So don't worry about a data plan, buddy. Download the MyDigiCell app from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store today. Digicel, better together.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good evening. Welcome to your nightly newscast for Saturday, January 15th, 2022. I'm Kevin Smith. Without further ado, let's get to the news in detail. Natural Resources Fund. Guyana's Natural Resources Fund, holds Guyana's royalties and revenues made from the sale of its profit oil. And while the PPPC government has oftentimes said that the fund will guarantee savings for future generations, the rapid pace at which it intends to start spending the said money from 2022 sets a dangerous precedent for its economic prospects. This was asserted by international consultant and co-director of energy practice at America's Market Intelligence, Arthur Deakin. However, some of the positives of the law, Deakin said, include the simplification of the rules governing how the oil money would be withdrawn. He said, too, that there are several bodies that have been tasked with ensuring accountability for the oil money. He added that the problem here is that the members of these bodies will be appointed by the president, to whom the law gives too much power. But what is equally concerning for Deakin is how quickly the money will be drawn down from the oil fund starting this year. In other news, Smart City Solutions, a Mexican company, has sued the government for $100 million as compensation in relation to a parking meters project, which was introduced under the previous administration some 5 years ago. This was revealed by Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlal. Describing the parking meters issue as one of importance, the Attorney General recalled that the project was introduced in 2016 by the Georgetown MNCC under the stewardship of Mayor Patricia Chase Green. However, the project was stalled after it was rejected and faced massive protest by many citizens. Nandlal said that most people might have forgotten about the parking meters project, but the company has not. And now let's tell you, a total of $8.89 billion was spent to build and rehabilitate miscellaneous and urban roads in Guyana last year. So said Minister within the Ministry of Public Works, Diorat Indar. According to the minister, this was one of the biggest programs undertaken by his ministry last year. In Budget 2021, a sum of $9 billion was allocated to the ministry for miscellaneous and other road programs in the country. Indar noted that during last year, a total of 303 community roads and about 36 urban roads were done across Guyana. And a constable attached to the SWAT unit was yesterday slapped with a manslaughter charge for the killing of Essequibo Coast businessman Orrin Boston 4 months ago. The accused has been identified as 32-year-old Sherwin Peters of Amelius Ward, Linden. He was not required to plead to the indictable charge, and the case was adjourned to February 1st. Around 4 hours on September 15, 2021, Peters was conducting a police operation for illegal substances at Boston's Dartmouth Essequibo Coast home. Boston, who was reportedly still in his bed, was shot once to the chest by a high-caliber rifle. In other news, a pedal cyclist who was reportedly returning home from Bible class with his friend on Thursday evening was killed in a freak accident, which saw him being impaled by a steel rod that was protruding from a culvert at Falcon Drive Industrial Site, Eccles. He has been identified as Troy Anthony Ponton, a 14th Avenue Diamond housing scheme. According to police, Ponton fell into the culvert sometime after 22 hours. He and his friend, Brenton Rodney, had reportedly left a Bible class and were heading home on their bicycles. Rodney recalled that he was riding a short distance in front of Ponton when he heard a loud sound. When he turned around, Ponton was not behind him. Rodney walked back to see where his friend had disappeared to, only to realize that he had fallen into the culvert. He found Ponton standing in an upright position with a steel rod protruding through his nose. And to wrap things up this evening, let's tell you that a father was forced to walk half a mile on Thursday to bury his 1.5-year-old son who died from COVID-19 complications at the Mabaruma Hospital located in Region 1. Kaieteur was told that the reason behind this was that many drivers had refused to give him a drop because they were fearful that after hearing that the baby had died from COVID-19. After being rejected, the man decided to pick up the coffin that contained his son's body and fetched it all the way to the cemetery. According to residents of Mabaruma, the journey is one that usually takes about 30 minutes of brisk walking to complete. They related that witnessing the man making the journey was a heartbreaking one for them. In the ministry's most recent COVID-19 update, it was noted that among the latest victims of the deadly virus was a 14-month-old baby of Region 1. And with that, we've come to the end of this evening's newscast. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.
Brothers and sisters,